don't slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after.
Well, Coach, any Florida resident will tell you that afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we have right now. Actually expecting a pretty steady rain throughout today here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Check 56. Let's go, baby. Return over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Cousins. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This one caught out wide by Landry. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down, it's Freeman, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Cousins, flush to his right. This one complete to Sproles. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to the themselves. This part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Here's Cousins. He finds Humphreys. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. 59. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight. It's a 6. Pull it. How? Hang it.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
That's good for Jaguars. First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. And now he'll tuck it and run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
That's another Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Buccaneers 7, Jaguars nothing.
Ready? Come on. Let's go. Gotta do better. Come on, QB.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20. And he cuts it back right, and he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, Jackson. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's been a good first half so far. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone, but sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
51, Mike. Mike 51. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. 51 to Mike.
To throw again is Jackson. Being chased out left. Open space inside the 10. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the 1st down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Noah Fant in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
56.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Perry comes flying in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional.
Through an opening, and there he goes. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Royce Freeman, 79 yards, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. To throw is Jackson. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. On third down, Jackson.
Some think the teams really won't.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Keenan Allen, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Carlson on for the PAT. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. They go play action with Jackson. They'll roll him out right. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Check, 59. Get that quarterback!
To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Jackson, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A first down throw for Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll run it with Sproles. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Reuben Foster picks it. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
At the Buccaneers' 15-yard line.
Jackson. Now he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A gain of 13. It's a first down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
51, Mike 51. Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up. Watch it.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
51, Mike 51. I got one. Slam.
They'll give Fournette another crack. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Loss of 4 yards. Brings up 4th and goal.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. You ain't going nowhere. Mike.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now it's Freeman. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drive's...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by John Johnson. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check 24. Check 24. Gun. Go ahead.
Throwing here, Cousins. Going deep here for Landry. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Sam Martin now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Now Austin. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, Jaguars. An impressive 75-yard punt return as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
58, Mike, 58, right there. And come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it. Gun.
On 3rd down, Freeman. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 53. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had
said nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal. Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Buccaneers, that's now 5 wins on the campaign as they get the job done here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville.